Chapter 26. Jessica. The first thing I feel is pain. A dull, dragging ache that pulls through every inch of my body. My ribs, my shoulder, even my breathing burns. It hurts to exist. It hurts to think. A soft, steady beeping filters into my awareness. Machines. Hospital. I'm alive. Slowly, very slowly, I blink. The room comes into focus on fragments. Pale walls, dim light, a chair pulled up close to the bed, and then him, Dominic. He slumps sideways in the chair, arms folded on the edge of the mattress, his head resting near my hip. His hair is messy, his clothes wrinkled, his face pale and worn down. He looks like he hasn't slept in days. His hand is still loosely touching mine, as if he fell asleep holding on and couldn't let go. My chest tightens. Not from pain, but from something deeper. Something that digs underneath my ribs and hurts more than the wound. He looks broken, completely shattered. And I remember the gunshot, the impact, falling, blood, darkness swallowing me whole. And then Dominic's voice, screaming, desperate, terrified. I saw fear in him that night, a kind of fear I never imagined he was capable of. My eyes sting, but I force my breathing to stay quiet. I don't wake him. I just watch him. Because for a moment, I'm scared that if I blink, he'll vanish. That all of this, him by my side, him hurting for me, might disappear. But then a thought pushes its way in, a brutal, suffocating truth. I did this to him. I became a threat to his life. His enemies saw me as leverage, as his weakness. And they were right. I'm the reason he got hurt. I'm the reason he's here, looking like this, exhausted, terrified, destroyed. The guilt presses down on me until it's hard to breathe. I love him. God, I love him in ways that scare me. But loving him means ruining him, hurting him, putting a target on his back because they can hurt me. My throat tightens. Maybe I should walk away. Maybe that's what loving him truly means. Getting out of his life so no one can use me to destroy him. The thought tears me apart, but my heart whispers it again and again. If you love him, don't be his weakness. Walk away before you get him killed. A harsh dryness grips my throat suddenly, and I swallow, but it scrapes like sandpaper. I try to sit up, but pain slices through me, sharp and merciless. A soft, helpless sound escapes my lips. Dominic. His head lifts instantly. He's awake, alert, eyes wild until they land on me.
Jessica.
He breathes, sitting up straight, reaching for my hand.
Baby? Oh God, hey, I'm here.
Instinctively, too quickly, I pull my hand back. His face flickers with hurt, like I slapped him. I need water, I whisper, hating how weak my voice sounds. He nods immediately, already helping me sit up as gently as he can. His hands are careful, trembling, supporting my back like I'm made of glass. He grabs a glass, slips in a straw, lifts it toward my lips while holding the cup steady.
Slow sips.
He murmurs. His thumb brushes my cheek without meaning to. I drink. My throat eases, but my heart fractures because he's so tender, so gentle, and so mine. And that terrifies me more than anything. Before he can say anything, the door opens and doctors rush in. Their eyes go wide when they see me awake.
You're conscious. That's good.
One says, checking my vitals.
Can you tell us your name? Any dizziness, trouble breathing? Do you remember what happened?
I answer what I can, exhausted by the effort. They nod, relieved.
We'll keep you for another day to monitor your progress.
the doctor explains.
If all goes well, you can be discharged day after tomorrow.
He leaves. The others follow. The room falls quiet again. Dominic steps closer to me, worry etched into every line of his face.
Jessica.
He starts, but I can't. I can't look at him, not with the storm in my chest. I want to rest, I whisper, turning myself slightly to face the opposite side of the bed. It hurts, but I do it anyway. There's a long silence.
Okay.
He says softly.
If you need anything, I'm right here.
I hear him walk away. A couch creaks softly as he sits down on it, far away from me. And just like that, I break. Silent tears slip down my cheeks, each one burning with grief. I push him away to protect him, but it feels like tearing off my own skin. I press my face into the pillow, my chest shaking quietly as the tears soak the fabric. Eventually, exhausted, hurting, guilty, I fall asleep, with him watching over me from a distance, and it feels like the world is collapsing inside of me. The next morning, I didn't see Dominic. It was Enzo and Sophie when I opened my eyes. They helped me with things. Sophie washed my body with a wet towel, and Enzo helped me eat and walk a bit. The day passes in gentle conversations, soft music, and quiet companionship. They know I'm distant. I can see it in the way Sophie keeps glancing at me, and the way Enzo fusses over my water intake and pain meds. But they don't push. When night falls and the sky outside fades to a quiet black, I offer them a small smile. You should go home, I say. Sleep in your own beds. Sophie's brows pinch. Jess, are you sure? I'll be okay, I say quickly. There is a call button for nurse if I need anything. I'm safe. They hesitated, but eventually hugged me goodbye. Enzo kisses my forehead, and Sophie tucks a blanket tighter around me. We'll be back tomorrow, she says as they leave, and the silence wraps around me like a fog. The room feels too quiet after they leave. The ticking of the clock is the only sound I hear, sharp and steady, while my thoughts unravel like loose thread. My chest feels tight. My pulse is heavy against my ribs. I stare at the floor, pretending to focus on the faint pattern of the rug, but all I see is him. The door slowly opens, and I know he's here.
Hey.
He says softly. I nod, but didn't speak. I can't look at him. I can't look at the man who tore down an empire to save me. He moves closer, pausing by the chair Enzo vacated earlier, and sits. The faint scrape of the chair's legs against the marble sounds deafening in the silence.
Why are you avoiding me?
He asks quietly. I inhale. I'm not avoiding you. He gives me a look. Sharp. Knowing.
Bullshit.
I lift my eyes to him, slowly, deliberately, and the look I give him is sharp enough to cut. His jaw tightens, but he doesn't look away. He never does. I can't stay with you, I say. He goes still, completely still, like someone pressed pause on him.
What?
His voice is low, careful, like he's afraid the air between us might shatter. I swallow, throat burning. Knox is gone. He's dead. The threat is over. I can finally exist without being hunted. I force a breath into my lungs. I'll finish renovating the mansion. After that, we go our separate ways. For a heartbeat, he doesn't speak. The muscles in his throat flex as he swallows something down. Anger? Pain? Maybe both.
Why
He exhales.
are you doing this?
His voice cracks on the last word, and the sound is a knife driven straight through my chest. I close my eyes for a moment, steadying myself. Because of me, your life was in danger.
Jessica.
No, I cut him off, shaking my head. Don't do that. Don't pretend it wasn't real. If I wasn't there, if I wasn't tied to you, Knox wouldn't have used me. You wouldn't have nearly died trying to save me. His nostrils flare as he leans closer.
Knox planned every inch of this, long before we even met. You weren't the reason.
You don't know that. The words burst out of me, harsh, strangled. Tears burn at the back of my eyes. Next time it could be someone else, someone worse. They will use me to get to you. Everyone saw what you did for me, what you became the moment I was hurt. They'll know you have a weakness now. His jaw clenches, eyes darkening.
You are not a weakness.
You're lying. My voice drops to a whisper. You just don't see it yet. His chest rises and falls, sharper now, harsher. I can feel the storm building inside him. I just want to go home, I whisper. I just want to be done with all of this. A muscle in his cheek twitches. He stands slowly. It's almost painful to watch him move, like every motion hurts.
You think I'm letting you go?
He asks quietly, too quietly. I forced myself to meet his eyes. Yes, you have to. His expression shifts. No, breaks. Completely.
Jessica?
He steps closer to the bed, voice rough, raw, like he's struggling to hold himself together.
I love you, amore mio.
My breath catches. He continues, words tumbling out like a confession dragged from the deepest part of him.
I love you in ways I don't understand, in ways I didn't know were possible. When you were bleeding in my arms,
His voice collapses for a second, and he presses his forehead against his knuckles like he needs the grounding.
I lost my mind. I can't
He looks at me again, eyes burning.
exist without you.
My tears finally spill.
I'm obsessed with you.
He admits, voice cracking.
Do you hear me? Obsessed. I want you in my bed, in my house, in my life. Every fucking part of it. I've tried to control it. I can't.
A sound slips from me, a quiet, broken little sob I didn't mean to let out. He reaches out slowly, giving me space to pull away if I want to. When I don't, he wipes my tears with the side of his thumb, as gentle as if I'm something fragile that might break under his touch.
Give us a real chance.
He murmurs.
This time. Don't run.
His thumb trembles against my cheek.
Knox's death will send a message loud enough for the entire world to hear. Anyone who touches you dies. Even if it's family, even if it's someone close to me, I will end them. I swear it.
I shake my head, pulling away from his touch. Dominic, I can't do this anymore. The pain that flashes through his eyes is so real, so unguarded, it almost steals my breath. He inhales slowly, restraining something violent inside him.
I'm not letting you go.
He says again, but the edge in his voice softens.
But I'll give you space.
My heart twists painfully. He clears his throat.
Christ, you're exhausted.
He steps back, but his eyes never leave mine.
We're not done, Jessica. We will talk about all of this again when you feel better.
I turn away from him, trembling, because looking at him hurts. A moment later, I hear him move across the room, the rustle of fabric, the soft exhale as he lowers himself onto the couch.
I'm right here,
He says quietly.
if you need anything.
His voice is softer than I've ever heard it, shaken, worn, aching. I bite my lip hard, hard enough to taste copper, trying to hold myself together. But the dam breaks. Silent tears slide down my face, pooling into the pillow. I curl toward the wall, hiding my face in the hospital blanket. It hurts, every part of it, pushing him away, loving him, the thought of losing him, the thought of staying. Eventually, exhaustion wins. My sobs slow, fade, and I slip into uneasy sleep, still crying, still breaking, with the sound of Dominic's quiet, steady breathing across the room, like the only thing tethering me to the world. It's been 6 days since my discharge, and I have never felt so lonely in my entire life. But I can't help it. Whenever I see Sophie and Enzo, I'm reminded of what has happened and how much of a burden I have become. I want to go back to my normal, where I was happy with Dominic by my side. But now I can't even face him. A message lights up on my phone. I reach for it and my body starts hurting. God, I can't even get to my phone without hurting. When I got the hold of my phone and saw the messages from Dominic, I almost ignored it, but the curiosity got the better of me.
I don't know if you're still angry with me, or if you're just hurting. Maybe both. And maybe you have every right to be. But, baby, I miss you in ways I didn't even know a person could miss someone. Every damn day feels wrong without you. I wake up reaching for you out of habit. Your warmth, your breath on my chest, the weight of your leg thrown over mine. I still turn to my side expecting to see you curled up there, looking at me like I'm something worth touching. And when I don't, when all I find is cold sheets, something inside me cracks. It's like waking up without a heartbeat. I fall asleep cursing myself for every moment I failed you, for every time I let anger speak when all I wanted was to hold you, for every second I didn't pull you closer and tell you just how much you mean to me. I replay it all over and over until it feels like I'm losing my mind. I don't know how to live without you. I don't want to know. I'm only giving you time because you need it to breathe, to heal, to steady yourself after everything you've been through. But don't mistake my distance for indifference. Don't think for a second that I'm letting you slip away. Because when I come back for you, and I will, I'm not letting go. Not again, not even if you beg me. Not even if it kills me. I can't breathe without you, Jessica. You're carved into my bones. I look for you in every room, in every silence, in every breath. Whenever I think that I might lose you for good, I feel like I'm going to die. You're it for me. Please, amor mio, please, I'm begging you. Come back to me, baby.
My heart cracks clean down the center. Tears blur my vision, and for the first time in days, I want to breathe again, but I am scared.
Chapter 27. Dominic. The air in the warehouse had tasted of iron, smoke, and vengeance when I ended Max and Knox, slowly, painfully. I didn't stop until they begged me to. Not because I enjoyed it, but because they deserved every second of the agony they inflicted on her, Jessica, my girl, my love. The day she woke up, I returned to their bloodied, mangled bodies one final time. Let them know she lived and that they failed. Now, it's been 2 fucking weeks since Jessica walked away from me at the hospital. 2 weeks since I last heard her voice. 2 weeks of wondering whether I've already lost her. I sit at my desk in my high-rise office, staring at nothing. Papers are scattered, emails unchecked. A cigarette burns idly between my fingers. I hadn't smoked in years, but I needed something to ground me. I stare at my phone again. Another message sent. Another message ignored. The screen lights up with my own words, desperate, stupid pieces of myself I keep throwing into the void. Jess, just tell me you're okay. Please. I'm sorry. Answer me, amore. Just once. My chest twists. A deep, dragging ache right behind my ribs. I scrub a hand over my face. Anger burning under my skin. Anger at myself, at everything. At how badly I fucked this up. I told myself I was giving her space, letting her breath and figuring out what she wanted. But the truth? I'm scared. Scared she's choosing a world without me in it. I lean back in my chair and stare at the ceiling, voice a low whisper meant only for the empty room. I let her go, and now she's gone. My jaw tightens until it aches. I could burn down the world for her, kill for her, bleed for her. And when she needed space, I forced myself to step back. And now I'm choking on the silence she's wrapped herself in. Fucking idiot. I should have gone to her.
My phone vibrates. My heart jumps. But it's just an email. Just another reminder that she isn't reaching back. A soft knock breaks through the quiet, and before I can answer, Sophie pushes inside with Enzo right behind her. They both stop when they see me. Really see me. Sophie's expression softens instantly.
Oh, God.
She breathes, stepping closer.
You're just as miserable as Jessica.
I let out a dry, humorless laugh. That obvious?
Dominic,
She says, voice gentle but firm.
talk to her.
I rake my fingers through my hair. I've been calling her, messaging her, but she won't respond. She's keeping her distance. Enzo shifts uncomfortably, rubbing the back of his neck like he'd rather be anywhere else than in this conversation.
Look, man, Jessica's hurting. More than she lets on.
That hits me like a punch straight to the sternum. Hurting because of me. Enzo continues, reluctantly.
And she thinks staying away is the safest thing she can do right now. But she's wrong. And you gotta try harder.
My throat closes. Sophie steps closer, her expression softening.
She needs you, even if she doesn't know how to say it right now.
My voice is low, raw, almost breaking. What if I go to her and she pushes me away? What if she really doesn't want me anymore? Sophie kneels a little, forcing me to meet her eyes.
Dominic, she would never push you away. She's scared, not done.
Enzo nods, adding quietly.
And if you show up, she'll break. She'll let you in. I know she will.
Their certainty cracks something open inside me. A pressure, a fear I've been swallowing for days. They both give me a small, reassuring smile, squeeze my shoulder, and then they leave. The silence returns. Heavy, breathless. I sit there for a long moment, staring at the door they exited through. Then I turn to my computer and pull up the CCTV feed I installed in her penthouse after the underground attack, the one she doesn't know I still have access to. I tell myself it's for protection, safety, peace of mind. But when the screen loads, it feels like a knife to the chest. Jessica is lying curled on her bed, small, still, like someone turned down her brightness and left only the outline of her. A tray sits untouched on the bedside table. She hasn't eaten. My stomach drops. She turns slightly in her sleep, the blanket slipping, and I see the shadow of exhaustion under her eyes. Her lips parted like she's been crying in silence. Her hand clenched around her pillow like she's holding on to something that isn't there anymore. My vision blurs a little before I inhale sharply and blink it away. Amore, I whisper, pressing a fist against my mouth to steady the ache. What are you doing to yourself? What have I done to her? Every instinct screams at me to go to her, hold her, fix her, breathe next to her until she stops shaking. But fear curls inside my chest like cold metal. What if she really doesn't want me there? A knock snaps me out of the spiral. Alex steps inside, scanning me once, and instantly understanding everything without needing a single word.
Meeting.
He reminds quietly, tone softer than usual. I nod, but I don't move. You can't keep doing this to yourself. I say, I can't stop thinking about her. I admit, my voice is barely a sound. Every second, every breath, she's in my head. Alex's eyes soften, rare and unguarded.
And you working like a ghost won't change that. Take a break or go to her, Dom.
I push myself to stand, forcing my body to move even though my soul is still lying on that bed with her. As I walk out with Alex, my phone stays silent in my hand. No message from her, no call, nothing. But the whole time I sit in that meeting, pretending to give a damn about numbers and reports and decisions, all I see is Jessica curled on that bed. All I hear is silence where her voice should be. And all I feel is the fear that if I don't go to her soon, I might lose her for good. I'm parked outside her building like I've been doing every day. My hands gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles ache. It's pathetic the way I'm sitting here like a man trying to hold himself together with nothing but bone and breath. The city is moving, cars honking, people rushing, lights flashing. But inside this car, inside me, everything is frozen. I open the CCTV footage again. Jessica's penthouse fills the screen, and she is lying on her stomach in her bed. The new tray of food on her bedside table is untouched. A sharp breath cuts out of my chest. Why are you doing this, baby? The words slip out, quiet and desperate, meant for no one but the space between us that's killing me. My hands move before my mind catches up. Typing into the chat I've opened 100 times today. I love you. I miss you. I need you. Please come back to me, amore mio.
On the screen, her phone lights up beside her. Hope flares in me like a match in a dark room when she sits up slowly, looking for her phone. Her movements are tired and weak. She looks at the message. I lean forward, my entire body tense, praying she'll type something back. Anything. One word. One breath. But then, she throws her phone, hard. It hits the wall with a crack that I feel in my chest. Fuck, I whisper, but my voice is already breaking. She reaches for the lamp next, the water glass, a book. One by one, she hurls them across the room, and every crash feels like it's happening inside my rib cage. But none of that destroys me. What destroys me is when she collapses, not physically, but emotionally. Her body folding in on itself like she can't hold her own weight anymore. A sob rips out of her, raw and guttural, and she wraps her arms around herself, shaking like she's freezing from the inside out. My heart just stops. I don't think. I don't weigh consequences. I don't consider boundaries. I just move. I'm out of the car, slamming the door shut behind me, storming through the lobby. The elevator takes too long, so I take the stairs, nearly running because some feral, terrified instinct has taken over. I unlock her door with my spare key and step inside. The lights are dim, shadows stretching across the disastrous state of her room, glass shards on the floor, objects overturned, curtains drawn tight like she's trying to hide from the world. And there she is, curled up on the floor, shaking, tiny, broken in a way I've never seen her break. My knees hit the ground before I realize I'm moving. Jessica. It leaves me as a prayer, a confession, a wound. I pull her into my arms from behind, careful but desperate, terrified I'm hurting her, yet unable to stop myself. She gasps and jerks away, instinctive and panicked. But then she looked at me, and her face crumples, and she falls into me like gravity finally remembered her. The sound she makes, Jesus, it tears straight through me. A sob, raw and strangled, her fingers clutching at my shirt like I'm the only thing keeping her alive. I wrap my arms around her tighter than I've ever held anything in my life. I've got you, I whisper into her hair, rocking her gently. My voice is shaking. I'm here, baby. I'm right here. You're safe.
I'm sorry.
She chokes out between the sobs.
I'm so sorry.
Don't. I breathe, pulling her closer. Love, don't. I'm the one who's sorry. I should have never let you go. I should have fought harder. I should have... My voice breaks. I swallow hard. Her hands fist tighter in my shirt, and she cries harder. Minutes pass. Or hours. I don't know. Time feels irrelevant when I'm holding her like this, feeling her tears soak into my skin, feeling her pain bleed into me like an open wound. When she's finally too exhausted to cry, I lift her gently into my arms. She doesn't resist. She just melts into my chest, trembling. I set her on the bed and kneeled beside the bed and pressed a long, soft kiss on her forehead. I'm taking you home, where I can take care of you, and you will never be alone. She closes her eyes, tears still clinging to her lashes, but she nods the faintest bit. So I gathered her into my arms again, hold her close and tight and carry her out, back to my penthouse, back where she belongs.
The penthouse is dark when I carry her in, the city lights spilling through the floor-to-ceiling windows like a soft globe guiding me home. Jessica's arms are wrapped weakly around my neck, her face buried in my chest, her breath shaky against my skin. Every step I take feels like I'm holding something breakable, something precious, something I almost lost. In my bedroom, I lower her onto the bed gently, like she might shatter if I move too fast. She sinks into the mattress, eyes half closed, exhaustion written into every line of her body. "I'll be right back, amore," I whisper. She doesn't answer. She just stares at the ceiling like she's somewhere far away. In the bathroom, I turn on the tap and let the water run hot. Add the bath salts she likes, the ones that smell like jasmine, because she always said they help her breathe better. The tub fills slowly, steam curling into the air, and something inside me loosens for the first time since she walked out. She's here. She's actually here. I go back to the room. She's curled on her side now, staring blankly at nothing, her fingers gripping the blanket like she's cold from the inside out. "Come here, baby," I murmured as I slid my arms under her. She doesn't fight me. Not really. Just rests her head on my chest as I carry her to the bathroom. When her feet touch the warm tiles, she sways. I steady her hands on my shoulders. Then I start undressing her. Slow, gentle, careful. Her fingers caught mine for a moment.
Dominic, I can do it myself.
"I know you can," I say, soft but firm. "But I need to take care of you. So I'm doing this. Today, tomorrow, and every single day from now on." Something in her expression trembles. Fear, exhaustion, surrender. I keep going, peeling away her clothes like they're made of something fragile. She never takes her eyes off me, not even once. When she's bare, I press a kiss to her forehead. "Get in, amore mio. The water's warm." She steps into the tub and sinks down slowly until the water reaches her shoulders. Her eyes shut for a beat, like she's finally breathing again. I move behind her and sit on the edge of the tub. Then I pour water over her hair, gathering the strands in my hands.
My fingers work shampoo into her scalp, soft, slow circles. I massage her neck next, her tense shoulders, each muscle knotted with stress she never should have carried alone. Her body gradually loosens under my touch, but her eyes drift somewhere far away. That vacant distance cuts through me like a blade. "Jessica," I whisper, leaning closer. "Don't go into your head, love. Talk to me." For a moment she doesn't move, then her breath shakes, and she breaks. Tears rush down her cheeks, mixing with the water.
What if one day you realize you made a mistake?
Her voice cracks painfully.
What if you think taking me back was wrong? What if you look at me and see a weakness you shouldn't have? What if you want me to go?
I swear something inside me ruptures. I take her face in my hands, force her to look at me, gently but firmly. "I'm not going anywhere." My voice comes out rough because every word is bleeding out of me. "I love you more than anything. These past days without you, they were hell. Nothing has ever felt as wrong as being without you." Her lip trembles. She cries harder.
I'm sorry.
She whispers.
I'm so sorry I pushed you away. I was scared, and I'm still scared. I keep thinking, if something happens to you because of me.
"Stop." My voice cracks on the word. I lean in, my forehead pressed to her temple. "The only thing I'm scared of is losing you. Not my enemies, not death, nothing." My throat tightens. But the thought of losing you, that tears me apart. She lets out a broken sob and grips my arms like I'm her anchor. I keep whispering to her, soft, low, honest. "You don't have to be scared. I'm here. I'll protect you. I will never regret choosing you. Never." Something eases inside her then, just a little, just enough. Her hand reaches back, trembling, and touches my jaw. Then she turns her head and kisses me. It's soft, desperate, full of fear and love and apology all tangled together. When she pulls back, I see a flicker of peace in her eyes, small, fragile, but real. I stand and lift her out of the tub. Then I take my time, washing her whole body with her favorite body wash, my hands slow and protective, like she might break under anything rougher. Then I quickly wash myself and dry her off and carry her back to bed. She settles against me without hesitation, her head on my chest, her fingers curled against my ribs like she's afraid I'll vanish. I pull the blanket over us and wrap my arms around her tight. "I love you," I whisper into her hair. "I'm here, always. Sleep, baby. Let yourself rest." She falls asleep like her body has finally found a place safe enough to collapse. I stayed awake, one hand in her hair and the other around her waist, listening to her breath, the most grounding sound I've heard in days. And for the first time in what feels like forever, something in my chest unclenches. She's here, back in my arms, where she belongs, and I pray, quietly, desperately, that from now on, I'll never have to feel that empty, aching distance between us again.
Chapter 28, Jessica. The sunlight peeks through the gauzy curtains, and I stir slowly, cocooned in warmth, the steady thrum of a heartbeat beneath my cheek. I blink against the softness of morning, finding myself curled up against Dominic, his arm wrapped securely around me, his breath slow and even as he sleeps. For a long moment, I don't move. I just let myself exist here, in the safety of his embrace. I feel fragile, bruised, but this, him, it anchors me, and I cling to it like a lifeline. Eventually, Dominic shifts, blinking down at me, his voice rough with sleep.
"Morning, amore mio."
That nickname, that damn nickname. It softens every jagged edge inside me. He kisses my forehead and pulls away gently, muttering something about making breakfast. I lie in his bed for a few moments more before I hear soft sounds coming from the kitchen. When I finally make my way there, he's at the stove, his muscles flexing as he flips something in the pan. The sight of him, the domesticity wrapped in lethal grace, does something to my insides. He turns and offers a soft smile.
Your favorite. Eat, then you're getting a warm bath.
After breakfast, he carries me, literally, to the bathroom, despite my weak protests. The tub is already filled, steam curling into the air, the soft scent of lavender surrounding us. I can do this, you know, I whisper, though my limbs still ache.
I know.
He says gently, crouching beside the tub.
And as I told you yesterday, I need to do this. Let me take care of you.
His fingers trail over my shoulders as he helps me undress slowly, carefully. His touch is reverent, and when I step into the water, a soft sigh escapes my lips at the soothing heat. Dominic kneels behind me on the cool marble floor, pulling my wet hair over one shoulder. His hands are in my hair, then massaging gently along my neck, down my back. My skin hums beneath his touch. I swallow thickly, eyes stinging. I hate how weak I feel, how much I need everyone. He leans closer, his forehead brushing the damp skin of my shoulder.
Needing people doesn't make you weak. You've carried too much alone. Let me carry it for you now.
When I twist to look at him, there's something raw and open in his eyes. The desire in his eyes fills me with relief as he still wants me. I kiss him softly, then again, deeper. The bathwater sloshes as I turn to face him fully, our wet skin pressed against each other, steam between us. Dominic's breath hitches as I whisper, teasingly, I really do like you on your knees in front of me. A low laugh rumbles in his chest, but his eyes burn with heat and something else, something reverent. He leans in and begins to trail kisses along my thighs up to my hips, the softest worship written in every touch. My breath stutters as I grip the edge of the tub, and he takes his time, showing, not telling, how deeply he wants me to feel loved, safe, alive.
The next few days pass in a rhythm I never thought I'd have again. Dominic takes care of me, making sure I eat, making sure I rest, helping me regain my strength. His presence is steady and strong. He doesn't hover, doesn't pity. He just stays with me, and that's everything I need. I've finally gathered the strength to message Sophie and Enzo, asking them to visit. The doorbell chimes through the quiet penthouse, a sound that still makes my chest flutter. I glance at the time, right on cue. My palms feel clammy, nerves tightening in my stomach. Enzo and Sophie are here. Dominic senses my hesitation and rests a hand on the small of my back and kisses my temple softly.
You're not alone, baby. Just talk to them.
I nodded and walked to the door, my heart pounding. When I open it, Sophie's eyes immediately brim with tears, and Enzo just stands there, arms crossed, lips pressed into a firm line.
Hi, I whisper, swallowing down the lump in my throat. Sophie doesn't say anything. She just steps forward and wraps me in the warmest, tightest hug, her body trembling slightly.
God, Jess, I was so scared.
I know, I croak, pressing my face into her shoulder. I know. I'm so sorry. Enzo watches us, unreadable. When Sophie pulls back, brushing tears away, I turn to him. I hurt you. I shut you both out when all you did was try to protect me. I thought I was being strong by dealing with everything alone, but I wasn't. I was just scared you'd see how broken I really was, and I hated the idea of being a burden to you. Enzo steps closer, still silent, until he reaches me. His arms loop around me and he holds me tightly, his chin on top of my head.
You're a lot of things, Jess.
He murmured.
A pain in the ass sometimes. Overly stubborn. But you're never a burden. Not to me. Not to Sophie. Not to that scary as hell man you're sleeping with.
I laugh, choked and watery. I missed you both so much. Sophie links her arm through mine. We missed you more. And now that you're back, no more pushing us away. We're family, Jess. Enzo nods.
Ride or die. Always.
For the first time and what feels like forever, I feel whole again. I go back to work, slowly, and finally return to the estate. The symbol that once loomed like a curse is removed piece by piece under his direction. As I walk through the main hallway with floor plans in hand, Dominic lingers by the large windows that once bore the symbol. Now, that mark is gone, the paint stripped, the curse lifted. I want it bright in here, I say, fingers tracing a line across the blueprint. Big windows, maybe arched ones. Let the light in. Dominic hums behind me, pulling me gently to his side as he looks down at the designs.
Add a garden outside that window. A place to sit, drink coffee, think.
I turn to him, brows raised. That's romantic, he chuckles. We move from room to room, and he listens as I describe what each space could be. The drawing room transformed into a sunlit studio, the dark library turned into a cozy reading room with soft couches and floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. The third floor, a space untouched and cold, turned into guest rooms and a sanctuary space, a true home. Every idea I speak, he takes it seriously. He never interrupts, never dismiss. He nods, listens, and then adds a detail of his own. Like we're building this place together, brick by brick. As we stand in what will one day be the master bedroom, he turns to me, the afternoon sun slanting across his face.
This place holds some terrible memories for me.
He says quietly, eyes scanning the room.
Blood, betrayal, pain. But you...
He steps closer.
You are turning it into something else. Something worth remembering.
I reach for his hand.
We're doing it together.
He lifts our joined hands to his lips and kisses my knuckles.
I want you to make this into our dream home.
He says softly.
Not just mine, yours, ours. Take every room and make it yours. Paint it the color you want. Fill it with whatever makes you feel alive.
My throat tightens. Are you sure? I mean, it's your family estate. He cups my face gently.
It stopped being just mine the moment you stepped into it.
A lump forms in my chest, a sweet ache that feels like love, hope, and healing all at once. Then I'll build us a home. One filled with light.
He smiles, that rare, breathtaking smile that he saves just for me.
Chapter 29. Jessica. After 5 months. The warm scent of old wood and fresh paint fills the air as I stand in the grand hallway of what's becoming our dream home. Sunlight filters in through the high arched windows, casting a golden glow across the freshly restored floor. The estate no longer feels haunted. It's slowly beginning to breathe again, this time with our shared vision. Dominic stands beside me, his hand brushing mine as we both look around. It's quiet, peaceful, the kind of silence that makes you want to stop time and live in it a little longer. It's almost done, I whisper, not needing to raise my voice. Just 1 more month. He nods, a rare softness lighting his face.
And then this place will be ours.
The word ours makes something flutter inside me. For weeks now, we've been spending our days working on every detail, flooring options, furniture sketches, light placement, and at night, We come home to our penthouse, slipping into each other like we've always belonged. The routine is comforting, safe, something I didn't know I needed until it became ours. But tonight, when we're back in the penthouse, having dinner, Alex arrives. The sharp edge in his tone makes my heart skip a beat. Dominic listens silently, his eyes turning unreadable, hard.
I have to take care of something.
He finally tells me after Alex leaves. My stomach tightens. Is it dangerous? He leans in, brushing a kiss on my forehead.
Baby, I'm the boss of my fucked up world, and if anyone tries something, they better have a death wish.
Still, I reached for his arm. Just come back. He cups my cheek.
I always will.
The penthouse felt too big without him. Every shadow too sharp, every sound too loud. I tried lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, but the silence only made my thoughts spiral. After an hour of tossing and turning, I ended up standing by the window, arms wrapped around myself, watching the city lights blur beneath the night sky. That's when I heard it. Soft, heavy footsteps outside my room. My breath caught. I turned, heart in my throat. Dominic stood in the doorway. For a moment, relief flooded me so fast my knees nearly gave out, until I actually looked at him. Blood smeared across his shirt, his knuckles split open, his jaw tight, breath heavy. I rushed toward him instantly. Dominic, oh my God, what happened? My hands were all over him, his arms, his chest, trying to find the wound. Where are you hurt? Why are you bleeding? Did someone...
Jessica.
His voice stopped me, low, steady, but rough around the edges. He caught my wrists gently, holding them still against his chest.
I'm fine, baby. Breathe. None of this is mine.
I blinked up at him, chest rising and falling too fast. Then whose?
It doesn't matter.
He brushed his thumb over my wrist.
I'm okay. I promise.
But my mind was racing, my heart refusing to settle. I grabbed his hand anyway and pulled him toward the bathroom. Sit, I ordered, voice shaking. He sat on the counter without arguing. He never argues when I'm like this. My fingers trembled as I peeled his clothes away piece by piece. Jacket, gone. Shirt, gone. Every layer revealed more blood, but none of it belonged to him. When I finally realized there wasn't a scratch on him, my shoulders sagged. My eyes stung with the aftermath of panic. He touched my cheek lightly.
Why aren't you sleeping?
I was worried. I just couldn't sleep not knowing if you were okay. Something in his expression softened, deepened. He wrapped me in his arms, pulling me against him. Warm, solid, painfully real.
I'm here.
He murmured into my hair.
I'm not going anywhere.
He kissed me, slow, grounding, then nodded toward the door.
Go to bed, amore. I'll come after I clean up.
I didn't have the strength to argue. I slipped beneath the covers, and the second my head hit the pillow, exhaustion dragged me under.
When I woke up, morning sunlight filled the room. Warmth circled my waist, Dominic's arm, heavy and secure, keeping me anchored to him. I didn't move. I just looked at him. His face calm, relaxed in a way I almost never saw. His lashes cast soft shadows on his cheeks, and there is the tiny scar near his brow, the faint stubble along his jaw. He looked peaceful, beautiful.
I can feel you staring at me.
He murmured without opening his eyes. I smirked. Maybe I just like looking at you. His lips curved slightly.
Maybe you're obsessed with me.
I scoffed. Maybe you should be grateful someone even tolerates you.
That's so?
He finally cracked one eye open.
Last night you practically tackled me at the door.
My cheeks warmed. You were covered in blood. He blinked slowly.
You checked every inch of me like you were afraid I'd fall apart.
I shoved lightly at his chest. Oh my God, shut up. He caught my hand, lacing our fingers.
Admit it. You care.
I rolled my eyes, but my voice softened. Of course I care, you idiot. His brows lifted.
Idiot? Bold, considering you're sleeping with this idiot and are in love with.
I huffed. I hate you.
No, you don't.
The confidence in his voice made my heart stutter. He shifted closer, his forehead brushing mine.
Jessica,
He murmured.
you love me.
The teasing vanished from my chest. I exhaled, breath shaky, but steady enough to speak. I do.
Say it.
He demands. I press a soft kiss to his lips and say, I love you, Dominic.
Again.
He says, demanding much?
Please, love, say it again.
I laugh at how he uses please with a demanding tone. I love you. I love this idiot man who is lying beside me. Oh my God, I love a man who is a mafia head. I'm so stupid, right? I tease. He laughs and laughs, which instantly warms my heart. When he meets my eyes, all I see in his eyes is the love he feels for me. It's like my words meant more to him than anything else in the world. He cupped my jaw gently, thumb brushing my cheek.
And this idiot man, who is also a mafia head, loves you too.
He said quietly.
More than anything.
The world seemed to be settled, like the storm finally passed. After a long, warm beat, he pressed a kiss to my forehead and untangled himself from me.
I'm making breakfast,
He said, stretching, muscles flexing, voice gravelly.
You stay here and rest a little more.
I chuckled. Yes, boss, I say, watching him walk toward the door. Broad shoulders, steady steps, the gentleness he never shows anyone but me. He made my favorite, soft scrambled eggs, toast with butter, and fresh orange juice. He even added strawberries, sliced perfectly. I groan as I take my first bite and say, you know, this might be better than sex. He raised a brow.
Don't make me prove otherwise.
I laughed. We spend the day back at the estate, our routine with a familiar rhythm. There's still laughter between the sawdust and fabric samples. We bicker over paint swatches. He smirks when I change my mind 5 times over which chandelier belongs in the main hallway. Later, in the warm hue of sunset filtering through the estate's front windows, I turn to him, arms crossed over my chest. I want to travel. He arches a brow.
Yeah?
Yeah. Once the renovation is done, I want to go everywhere. Start with Switzerland, eat chocolate, hike the Alps, freeze to death. Dominic chuckles as he tugs me into his arms.
Nothing's off limits to you, amore mio. You want Switzerland? We'll hike the Alps, eat all the fucking chocolate, and buy you the warmest damn coat there is.
My heart swells. I wrap my arms around his waist and press my cheek to his chest. You'll stay with me?
Always. Where you go, I go.
We fall into silence, the kind that's filled with understanding, with the weight of everything we've survived and the promise of everything that's coming. I look around at the towering ceilings, the grand staircase, the endless rooms that once held ghosts. They're ours now. And with every brush of paint and swing of the hammer, we're not just restoring this estate. We're building a life, a foundation, a forever.
Chapter 30. Dominic. After 1 month. Moving into the CAINE estate feels like walking into a new life. One that's no longer shaped by shadows and silence, but by warmth and the echo of her laughter filling every corner. The moment we stepped into the house, our house, I saw it in her eyes. Pride, joy, love. Jessica has poured her soul into this place, into every room, every detail.
The soft lighting in the hallways, the elegant but cozy furniture in the living room, the warmth of the woodwork, the way the kitchen invited both comfort and luxury, it's all her. She made this place ours, turned stone and steel into something that felt like home, my home. And I can't stop watching her move through it. It's strange. For years I thought I didn't need a home, just a base, a fortress, a place to plan. But now, when I come downstairs and see her curled on the sofa with a book, or humming softly in the kitchen, or laughing on the phone with Sophie, I know I was wrong. This is what home feels like. The next morning, I stood by the head of our bed, leaning against the wall, arms crossed, just watching her sleep. Sunlight filters through the curtains, dancing across her bare shoulder. She looks peaceful, beautiful, mine. She stirs when I brush her hair away from her face. Good morning, amore mio.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes flutter open.
Morning.
I've got a surprise for you, I say, grinning. She narrows her eyes at me sleepily.
What kind of surprise?
The kind that requires you to pack a bag.
And you're not going to tell me where we're going?
I lean down and kiss her forehead. Wouldn't be a surprise then, would it? She groans but smiles, rolling out of bed.
You're infuriating.
You love it. She chuckles.
Unfortunately, I do.
The private jet hums softly as we fly above the clouds. Jessica keeps trying to guess where we're going, her curiosity bubbling over every few minutes. But I don't give in. When we land, the look on her face is everything.
Dominic.
Her voice catches, her eyes wide with disbelief.
Switzerland?
I nod, lips twitching into a soft smile. You said you wanted to see the Alps first. Her eyes glisten, and she throws her arms around me. The ride up to the hill is quiet, the landscape unfolding like a dream. Verdant meadows, quaint villages, the distant shimmer of snow-capped peaks. The air is crisper here, sweeter. When we arrived at the cottage, tucked away on a serene hillside, she gasped. The view from the back of the cottage steals her breath. Mountains stretch endlessly across the horizon, their tips kissed with snow, the sky a pure, cloudless blue. She runs to the edge of the deck, arms outstretched, spinning slightly like a girl in a fairy tale. Seeing her that free, that happy, something cracks open inside me. This is why I fight, why I bleed, why I crawl through hell. For her smile. For the next few days, we live like no one else exists. We hiked through emerald trails, walked barefoot through wildflower meadows, steal kisses under waterfalls, and eat cheese and chocolate in sleepy little towns. Her laughter becomes my favorite sound. At night, we sit on a wooden swing at the back of our cottage, bundled in blankets, her head resting on my shoulder as we watch the stars bloom across the sky. And then we make sweet love at every available flat surface in this goddamn cottage. On our fifth night, the sky burns with golden twilight. She snuggles closer into my side.
I never want to leave.
I burst my lips against her temple. Then, we should build a house here too. She tilts her head, looking up at me. I take a slow breath, my heart full to the brim. Jessica, you saved me from myself. You made me believe that maybe, just maybe, I deserve more than the life I was given. And I love you. Madly. Deeply. Irrevocably. She doesn't say a word. Instead, she kisses me. Hungry. Intense. Her hands slide up my chest and suddenly we're on fire. I lift her in my arms and carry her inside, barely making it to the bedroom, and we crash onto the bed. Our mouths fuse again, breath hitching, and I pull her sweater off. She's not wearing a bra.
Her nipples are already hard, and I groan at the sight of her, bare, glowing in the dim lamplight, her hair falling in soft waves down her back. "You drive me insane," I rasp, kissing down her neck, my hands firm on her hips. She gasps when I suck on her collarbone, when my fingers tug her leggings down. I trail kisses lower until I'm between her thighs. She's already wet, soaked, and the scent of her makes my cock throb.
Dominic.
She moans, arching as my tongue slides over her slick folds. I don't stop. I grip her thighs, pull her closer, and eat her like a starving man. Her hands fist in my hair, her hips bucking against my mouth, and I growl as she falls apart on my tongue, trembling, panting my name like a prayer. When I rise over her, she pulls me down and kisses me fiercely, tasting herself on my lips.
I want you inside me.
She breathes, and then I'm there, pushing into her heat, and we both moan. Her nails dig into my back, our rhythm building, slow, then desperate. She wraps her legs around me, gasping as I drive deeper, harder, our bodies moving like they were made to fit. Her name spills from my mouth like a vow. I whisper, "I love you," to her, over and over, as we fall together, bodies trembling, souls tangled.
The next evening, I took her out for dinner at a quiet chalet restaurant nestled deep among the pines. Candlelight flickered against her skin, soft music drifted through the warm air, and every time she laughed, something in my chest loosened, like she was untangling knots I didn't even know were there. By the time we returned to the cottage, my heart was a mess of nerves and certainty. I took her hand gently. "I need you to trust me." Her brows lifted, curiosity blooming. I pulled a silk blindfold from my jacket, my fingers trembling just a little, and tied it around her eyes.
Dominic,
she whispered. "Don't worry," I said, voice low and steady, even though I felt anything but. "I'll guide you." I led her through the house, her hand tight around mine. Every step made my pulse hammer harder. I've stared down guns, shed blood, made choices that would break other men, but this felt like the bravest, most terrifying thing I'd ever done. She paused.
Can I open?
"Not yet," I murmured. "Just a few more seconds." I moved quickly to my place at the back of the cottage, my palms damp, breath uneven. For a moment, I had to close my eyes and steady myself. I'd never been this afraid of losing something, someone. I'd never wanted anything with this much desperation and hope tangled together. "Okay," I called softly. "Now." She lifted the blindfold. Her breath caught. Mine did too, because seeing her reaction, it nearly knocked me to my knees before I even got there. Candles flickered along the patio, lining every edge. Fairy lights hung above us like soft golden stars, and the rose-petal path, God, I'd agonized over every detail, trying to make it perfect, trying to give her something she'd remember forever. Jessica walked toward me slowly, eyes wide, lips parting, emotion already shimmering across her face. But all I could think was, please let this be enough. Please let me be enough. When she reached the end of the path, I dropped to one knee. Everything inside me cracked open at once. Her eyes filled instantly with tears, and my voice, my damn invincible voice, shook. "Jessica." My voice almost breaks on her name. I take a breath because the words sitting in my chest feel too big, too heavy, too full. I spent most of my life believing I didn't deserve softness, or love, or peace. I thought all I was meant for was war, violence, loyalty, blood, and the kind of loneliness that becomes a part of your bones. I accepted that as my fate. I shake my head slightly, my chest tightening. And then you happened. You walked into my life like you belonged there, like nothing about me scared you. You took one look at the man everyone else feared, and somehow, you saw something worth loving. You changed me in ways I didn't think were possible. With your stubbornness, your strength, your kindness, with the way you argue with me, push me, challenge me, stay with me even when every part of me tells you to run. I breathe out shakily. You made me want a life I never dared imagine. A future. A home. Not walls and weapons. You. Waking up next to you. Laughing with you. Fighting with you. Holding you on the nights the world feels too heavy. You were never just the woman I fell in love with. You are the woman who taught me how to love. Who taught me I'm more than the ghosts I carry. Who showed me that even a man like me can choose happiness. I don't know how long I have in this world. I don't know how many battles are still waiting for me. But I know one thing with absolute certainty. Every moment I get, every breath, every heartbeat, I want it tied to you. You are my peace, my madness, my fire, my calm, my beginning and my home. I love you more than I ever thought I could love anything. I take her hand gently, reverently. So, Jessica Windsor, will you marry me? Will you let me love you for the rest of my life, in every way I know and every way I'm still learning? Will you be my home forever?
Yes, Dominic, I'll marry you.
Relief hit me so hard that my knees almost gave out. My hands shook when I slid the ring onto her finger, but she didn't care. She just threw herself at me, crying, laughing, kissing me like she was choosing me 1,000 times over. And right there in her arms, everything else disappeared. No enemies, no shadows, no scars that still burned in the dark. Just us. And for the first time in my life, I didn't thank fate or luck or bloodshed. I thanked the universe quietly, fiercely, for putting her in my path, for giving me something to fight for that wasn't survival, for giving me her.